I purchased a home earlier in the year and it needed completely renovated. The prior owners had already hired an architect and they already gave me the plans. So I thought it would be smart to continue with that architect. And about 4 months into this process, I had a final plan. 2 weeks later, her engineer wrote back and said, "I'm not going to touch this house. There's termite damage underneath, there's piers that were already put in place. You want to renovate the first floor and add a second floor. In addition to that, we wanted to put a pool in." And so that's why he sent me to a forensic engineer. And then after that, it would be a minimum of about $15,000 to even draw a plan. At that point, I had called one of my colleagues in real estate, and she said immediately, "You have to call Brian Wells. You have to call Brian Wells." My last architect, I would meet her at houses that she was renovating, and we would go over my blueprints. It was very disjointed. I was the one driving to meet her, and then I wouldn't hear from her for weeks. Whereas when I came in here, Brian gave me a specific timeline. He said, "It will be 51 days and I will have this to the ARB." 51 days. It was specific. We talked about the price, and the very first meeting, we were already moving stuff around in the house, sitting here at a desk, and I could see it happening as we were talking about it. When I met with Brian, he said, "The bottom line is we can get this in your budget, but we need to scale it back big time." He was just very transparent with me and told me what we needed to do to stay in the budget, whereas I had wasted 5 months having an architect and a lot of money drawing a plan that just wasn't going to work. So it was just a very seamless process. I didn't stress once I signed the contract and handed it over to you guys, and I just couldn't be happier. 100%, I would recommend any friend or family member or colleague or client to Coastal Creek Design. And I've been selling real estate for 18 years, and I have a lot of contacts in this business, but the one person I don't know is a good engineer and a good architect. And now that I found these two, they will be the #1 person I recommend to any other agent in my office, my company, and in the industry.